At Build.org, we don't just help students build businesses with our entrepreneurship program and design challenges. We help them build confidence, we help them build character, and help them build resilience. Build students, build relationships with business mentors, and build bridges to their communities that lead them to new opportunities. We're building a more diverse and inclusive workforce by helping students build the entrepreneurial skill set needed to thrive in a rapidly changing world. See what we're building together with Comcast at build.org and find out how you can help us build a better future for all our young people.
Hi everyone, I'm Ayele Shakur, the CEO of Build, and welcome to our Bridging Communities series, Building Entrepreneurs from Coast to Coast. We are thrilled to celebrate the creativity and resilience of our youth entrepreneurs and to bring you some hope and joy this holiday season. For those of you who are new to our community, Build's mission is to use entrepreneurship to ignite the potential of youth in under-resourced communities and to propel them to high school, college, and career success. In Build, our students launch real businesses with real customers, and along the way, they learn 21st century skills that we call Spark skills, things like communication, collaboration, and problem solving. In Build, we say entrepreneurship is the hook, but college, career, and life success are the goals. When you become the CEO of a business at just 14, 15, and 16 years old, that completely changes what's possible in your life. For our young people in Build, it helps them completely see themselves and the world around them in new ways. They walk into the world with a sense of power and agency, and those around them, like myself, well, we can't help but be inspired. And now, without any further ado, I'm going to turn things over to our wonderful program directors for Build in the Bay Area and Boston. Here's Kim Vin and Kenny Roberts.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for Bridging Communities, Building Entrepreneurs Coast to Coast. I'm Kim Vin, Program Director for Build Bay Area.
I'm Kenny Roberts, Program Director for Build Boston. We'll be your host for the evening. We're so happy that you decided to tune in with us tonight, and we can't wait to show you what we've been working for during this first semester of school.
Our partner schools have been virtual for all of first semester. So Build, from our classes to our mentor sessions, has been operating virtually all year.
It has definitely been a different year. In a typical school year, builders spend their first semester creating their businesses and developing relationships. They spend the time developing an idea. They go through a series of events where they flesh out that idea, pitch for investment, and then go into the marketplace and sell their product to customers. During this time with COVID, we've had to make shifts and several changes, but our students' energies are still high. They're still working hard in their businesses and accomplishing great goals.
Right. So instead of having students create a physical product as they normally do, we knew we had to pivot this year, as so many entrepreneurs have to do at some point. We needed curriculum that addressed what was happening in the world and that was designed for a new way of learning. Due to the pandemic, Build has been entirely virtual, as we mentioned, but our Build students have made the best of their situation. With virtual showcases, this is the first time we're featuring students from all 4 of our regions together. So let's hear from our students directly.
Something that I love about Build is that we're given the opportunity to start our own small businesses with products of our interest and liking from scratch and to learn what it's really like to run a business.
One way that Build has helped prepare me for the future is by enhancing my skills like public speaking, communication, and collaboration in order to help understand what I will be needing in the future in order to land a job.
My favorite build memory has to be while manufacturing my products, because it was a time where I got together with my team to get our work done, but also to have some fun, share some laughs, and strengthen our friendships. Build has prepared me for my future by allowing me to get out of my comfort zone and grow as a person. I was first introduced to public speaking thanks to Build.
But after I joined Build, I saw that there are many possibilities I can achieve while having my own career and having my own company. So it really provides you with the good mindset of thinking, oh, maybe I could make a company as good as Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg. And also, I thought about, oh, who can help me on this journey? Not only teachers or students, but random people in society who can give you feedback. Build is really good because it really teaches kids how to advance in life.
Where I see myself going from now on Build, I think I'm pretty sure I might start my own company, but something that I might like technology-based things, and because I'm really into computer science, and that's my thing.
It's fun. You're working with people, you're creating something, and I think that's a fun way to go and become an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Everything's not gonna go your way the first time. I mean, like, have fun with it. Like, you don't have to be like so uptight all the time. And yeah, just be yourself, do what you gotta do, and just rock it.
I like that my teacher made it more of an independent type of thing. Like, if you get in whatever you get in, you get out what you put in. So I like that my teacher made it like that.
My build experience has been amazing. It's just an amazing experience to see how one small idea can change and influence so many different people's lives. Do what you like doing. If you feel as though you don't like working for people, you want to work for yourself, or there's something like you feel like this world needs, do it. Strive for it. Whatever you feel is best, do it.
Over the summer, we piloted some of our new curriculum with students. Let's take a look and see what our New York City and Washington, D.C. students did.
It's hard to clean your shoes the same one so hard. And you are always on the go. But we have a party just for you.
My name is Titi Lafayette, and I am the CEO of Prodigy Shoe Cleaner. Even though we've gone through the rough time of quarantine, that does not mean that you have to give up your looks. We've all been online shopping, let's be real. But the littlest things get your shoes dirty. That does not mean that you have to give up those shoes. Use Prodigy Shoe Cleaner. All you have to do is spray, scrub, and go.
My name is Jameer Warner. I'm the COO of the company of Bands.
I'm Charles Waters. I'm the CEO.
Have you ever wanted an accessory and you realized it was expensive or you couldn't afford it? You no longer got a word. You got bands. So what's your band? Where's Pop with Bands? If you're interested in buying a bands, contact us today. I got bands. Will you buy one today?
We all have a light that's within us, and it's time for us to show up, because that's the only way that we eradicate darkness in today's world. Now, Build has been that source of light for a lot of the students as they navigate their own challenges of having to learn virtually, having to build a business without even being able to see their partners, where they're going to show you what they were able to create despite everything that was happening in them and around the world.
I think it's finally hit us that we've worked so hard that we can possibly win. Further better our business.
This is the biggest achievement we could all get as a team together, and I am glad that I have a team that didn't give up on any of the team members.
The feeling is really, really wonderful.
So what did you learn about working as a team?
It was a challenging time to get through this because we didn't know what we were supposed to do, like through a virtual build, but my team was like, no, we're gonna manage everything. And then we did the website, we did the commercial all together.
I love to use our lemon scented candle as it keeps me motivated when I'm feeling down.
So my favorite scent would be lavender because the scent of the lavender makes my mood better when I'm sad.
What did you enjoy most about the process?
We all got more creative at the end of this. Our mindset has changed.
You're having trouble trying to find a haircut that's right for your hair? Well, we have a solution.
Are you tired of hair ties not being strong enough for your hair type? If yes, our product is your solution.
Finally, add us on social media so you can get notified on our latest updates and events. Thank you.
That looks cool. What is it?
I'm glad you asked, my friend. That is Parastyles. What is Parastyles, you ask? Parastyles is a multi-purpose bracelet with a variety of outdoor uses. This bracelet comes with a whistle,
As you just saw, there's a lot going on right now. Despite the impact of the pandemic, our students continue to hustle, work hard, display these 21st century smart skills, but just doing it in a virtual environment. This switch has not been easy on anyone, not on our teachers, not on our staff, and definitely not on our students.
Right. Adapting to remote learning means students have to be more self-directed without the in-person guidance they normally get from their teachers. It can also mean working in isolation and without the community or safe spaces that schools can provide. But at Build, even before the pandemic, we teach these spark skills like communication, problem solving, and self-management. Students understand and reflect on their growth in these skills, and now more than ever, they see how important these skills are during distance learning.
That said, we have to name how many of our students are struggling with just obtaining the basic necessities they need to get their schoolwork done. Many students still lack reliable internet access and tech devices. But because of our focus on relationships and encouragement about communicating, these challenges have been navigated successfully during this pandemic. Build is proud that we've been able to provide some support through offering technology and financial resources for our parents of our students and their families.
Students know that Build teachers, staff, and mentors care about them. We make daily attendance calls and we hold weekly check-ins. And because of these, I'm really happy to announce that our attendance engagement has been high for students. In other classes, students say that they're lost or disconnected. And so we know there are still so many challenges, but Build has been there to support. We also need to acknowledge the ongoing social inequities that our students face every day, from rising rates of COVID-19 in communities of color, as well as calls for racial equity across the nation. Here's a message from our CEO, Ayele Shakur, on our response to these national conversations.
Our work at Build is especially important in 2020 in the midst of this global pandemic and a heightened awareness of racial injustice in America. That's why at Build, we know it's so important to help our young people seize their sense of power and to learn and develop the tools to overcome any obstacles that may be in their way. When the pandemic hit, our first course of action was to make sure that all of our young people and their families had their basic needs met. But then we began to realize that when students were learning online, there wasn't enough culturally responsive, engaging, real world, project based content that was specifically designed for Black and Latinx youth. So we put on our own entrepreneurial mindsets and we got to work on building and creating our very first digital offering, Build's COVID-19 Virtual Design Challenge. Through this challenge, students are able to use entrepreneurial mindset and human-centered design to come up with innovative solutions that promote mental and physical wellness in the midst of the pandemic. Now students are able to channel all of their fears and anxiety around COVID and to rechannel that with a sense of power and purpose as they're coming up with youth-driven solutions.
Welcome to the Build Design Challenge. Have you ever dreamed of owning your own business, creating your own app, or making a positive change in your community? If so, here's your chance to be the boss. This is an adventure where you can select the path you choose with our help and guidance. We provide the map for your journey. All you need to bring is your time, energy, and imagination to envision a solution you can later bring to life. Along the way, you'll learn a technique called human-centered design. What's that? Let me break it down for you. Human-centered design is understanding who you're designing for, with the focus on your client. If you're new to this, don't worry. You have a unique perspective and voice that we want to hear. After all, who has your experiences, your truths, your outlook on the world? Basically, you have everything you need to create something both useful and inspiring to make someone's life a little easier. So, are you ready to make a difference? Let's build.
Build's COVID-19 Virtual Design Challenge was designed to be accessible on a mobile device to make it easier for students. Our design challenges introduces students to design thinking, a process grounded in empathy.
First piloted in the Bay Area, we are now happy to be serving students and teachers across the country with this challenge. Filling the void of curriculum, it excites students and encourages them to think about the impact that they can make in their own communities.
And it's wonderful to see the work of Build spread. In partnership with Comcast, we're reaching students in communities across the country. Our core regions include the Bay Area, Boston, DC, and New York, but we're now expanding our reach to new regions like Los Angeles and to states like Pennsylvania, Georgia, Utah, and Arizona. To really understand the COVID-19 Virtual Design Challenge, you need to experience a bit of it. So take a look.
Now it's time to make your pitch. What is a pitch? It's when you introduce yourself to the world and share your idea, your prototype, your vision. It's when you convince people your product should be made and sold.
My name is Nico. I'm a young man in my 20s, currently trying to make sense of the world that we're living in, both for my family and friends here in my home state of California, as well as for people around the country.
Nico is 25 years old who lives in the Bay Area. He also used to work as a DJ, but can't continue due to COVID.
What Our Services is a website that allows DJs to continue working and sharing their music during this pandemic. DJs or any musicians can sign up on our website and live stream their events to share their music with others.
We looked at 5 different clients and we chose Benjamin. Benjamin is a 45-year-old healthcare provider at Kaiser Hospital. As a registered nurse, he also works at the COVID-19 testing center.
If you talk to everybody that has dealt with this, and those people that have been involved in healthcare, even in their whole careers, they've never seen anything like this. This is something that would come, and you can hear this from a lot of medical professionals, something that comes straight out of a movie.
What Benjamin needs during this pandemic is a way to socialize again and not feel isolated.
This is the flyer we came up with, and it's a flyer to help essential workers. It has articles and websites, and it tells you how to stay connected with friends and family.
My team developed a solution that is very similar to a bullet journal. Most teens have low attention spans and cannot stick to journaling their everyday to-dos and goals. Our product is an engaging and motivating activity journal. Inside, there will be sections and categories, different for each page, that can support what the user likes. We also have a website where you can choose from various templates, or you can take our personalized surveys and we'll let our advanced AI system create a unique planner that best fits you.
Hi, we are Viviana and
Alyssa,
and our product is a calendar app. Our client is Yasmin, a 19-year-old student who needs to find a way to balance her school and home life while being quarantined, living with her family. To solve her problem, we came up with Calendar Friendly that integrates with her school app like Canvas.
After giving it thought, we decided the app would only be best when there is already a mutual trust between the parent and student. This can help parents build relationships because the parent would be more involved in the student's academic life, therefore making the student more productive, as the parents can see and help their student follow expectations.
Our goal in order to help Yasmin deal with her stressful life was with a robot named Robbie. So you may be wondering, what exactly does Robbie do? Robbie can do numerous things, from doing math, to providing inspirational quotes, to even talking in Spanish. Our goal with Robbie was to help Yasmin with as many ways as we possibly could.
Our app will help schedule Zoom meetings and play stress-reducing music. This is helpful because Yasmin can listen to music while she's working. It'll help her be more organized and focused with calm music like this.
Our client's name is Mo. Mo is 40 years old. She is a teacher and an entrepreneur. She lives in the Bay Area with her partner and her kids.
Folks definitely FaceTiming and creating these social spaces online. That has been helpful just to be able to check in with people and not feel isolated.
Our team idea for her is for her to host a game night with friends.
Our campaign is about game nights helping people who love to game and are stressed. Game nights relieve tension and help to forget about your worries, plus you enjoy the company of your family and or friends. This idea is helpful to Mo as she likes to game, is stressed, and cares about others.
We will be targeting teenagers from ages 14 to 20. This is because they are the next generation.
Our app is showing and asking, how are you feeling today? And I would ask that every day you get on the app.
MSBR is a robot companion that can communicate with you, motivate you throughout the day, and so much more. It's Siri, but better. For our client, we chose Mohammed, and we have come up with this prototype to help him during this coronavirus.
We had time to reflect on what's happening in the world today, as we had to shift from in-person learning to online school. We had to face the difficulties of learning by ourselves and getting ends to meet.
MSBR is my study buddy robot. It can be yours too.
I love the ideas that students have come up with so far. If you are impressed too and you'd like to support the work and innovation of our Build students, please use the link in the chat to donate. Your support will allow us to continue to expand our impact and to prepare students across the country for college and career success. And I'm now excited to provide you with a sneak peek of one of our virtual design challenge finalist teams from here in the Bay Area. Teams have been working to develop a product, service, or campaign. You'll now have a chance to see a full pitch from the Oakland team, United Lights. As you watch, think about suggestions you'd offer to the students. What excites you about the product? What could be improved in their pitch? Please keep in mind that this is the very first time these students are pitching, and they'll only improve from here.
Right now, we're in a place where we aren't able to be with our loved ones due to the outbreak of the coronavirus.
We as humans need social interactions in order to stay sane, and it makes it harder to do that when the whole world is on lockdown.
Benjamin, a healthcare provider on the front line and a father of 3, needs a method to remain mentally stable during the pandemic in a way that keeps him connected to his family and peers.
What Benjamin struggles with was trying to stay mentally stable and try to stay connected with those he cared about, as well as trying to still be supportive, even if he's not physically there for those who seek his support.
We decided to create a bracelet that allows you to feel united with your friends and family and brighten their days with a simple way of thinking of you.
Imagine all the people living for today. Our product is called United Lights. This product isn't any ordinary piece of jewelry. It's a form of communication and a thinking of you bracelet.
Through virtual unification, it could help us get through these tough times.
Kim, it was exciting to see the hard work that United Lights and your Bay Area students have put forth during this time. What are some of the challenges that you and your team has had to face with trying to navigate students being in their own homes, trying to connect online?
Students had to learn completely new ways of communication. Without being in person, they had to reach out by phone, by text, by email, and they had to learn to use all these collaborative tools to do the work without seeing each other and without the real-time feedback. I think we encourage students to over-communicate because they needed to really share their reactions and what they were thinking, because you can't see that from across the screen. But we're pretty proud of how resilient and flexible they were.
That's great, Kim. Tell us a little more about how Bay Area students are engaged in the Virtual Design Challenge.
Yeah, students really enjoyed getting to know the clients in the Virtual Design Challenge. We offered a high school student, a college student, and a Build alum, a teacher, a healthcare worker, and each one talked about how their lives have changed during this pandemic. We filmed a lot of interviews with them, and students really got to know and empathize with them. From there, they really impressed us with the number of ideas they came up with to help people thrive mentally and physically. I loved seeing their ideas address wellness and to hear students talk about well-being and the need for community and connection.
It's great to see what our students are up to on the other side of the country. Here in Boston, we've been hard at work on the Virtual Design Challenge as well. I'm thrilled to introduce you to the Multi-Builder team, one of our finalist teams here in Boston. These students have been hard at work creating a product and working hard on their pitch skills as well. Check it out.
Hello, my name is Alicia.
Hi, my name is Jameer. The product we're going to be presenting to you guys today is called Multi-Builder.
Our client Yasmin is a 19-year-old freshman in college who just went back home to live with her parents due to the pandemic. In order to create this product for our client Yasmin, me and my partner used collaboration, communication, and problem solving. We discussed and pinpointed Yasmin's problems, worked together to brainstorm solutions, and brought those solutions together to create Multi-Builder.
Yasmin suffers from anxiety that has only gotten worse since the pandemic started. And her class count going from 15 to 19 has not made things any easier. The pandemic has affected not only our physical but our mental health as well.
In Yasmin's case, she's not able to work out at the gym, and the pandemic has made her anxiety even worse.
To alleviate these pressures, we came up with an app that provides a holistic approach to improve our health during this challenging time.
This app consists of 5 parts: workout section, the meditation section, the nutritional section, the competition section, and the settings/personal info section. When you first open the app, you get a greeting. Then it goes to the home page, which will show your statistics for your workout by calories burned each day. For meditation, it will be the number of minutes per session each day. And at the bottom, it will list 3 recommended nutritional meals for the day and the calories per serving. Then the drop-down menu consists of 5 options, which is to pick your workout, pick your meditation, buy nutritional meals for you, compete with friends, and your settings and personal information.
Our target market are individuals who are seeking a healthy lifestyle during the pandemic, both physically and mentally. Whether it's a lifestyle choice that has been altered by the pandemic, and now this outlet can allow them to continue it. Or people who want to use this time as a new beginning.
Okay, I actually need this product for myself, Kenny. It's really impressive what they've come up with. Tell me a little bit more about this team.
The multi-builder team is a sophomore team. These two young ladies come from the Jeremiah E. Burke High School here in Boston. And it's exciting to see their progression, as in the middle of their freshman year, the pandemic hit, and they were unable to complete their original business idea. But they persevered, they've kept their energy high, and it's exciting to see what them and their mentors have been able to come up with.
Definitely. And can you tell me about their experience in school in general and the transition to virtual learning?
Yeah, it's been a challenge for them. Going through the traditional, going to school every day, they miss their friends, they miss that in-person one-on-one interaction. But they've been navigating it well and being able to be fully remote. They've been able to connect with their teachers, their schedules are intact, and they're getting used to being able to navigate online in the midst of the challenges of trying to have their internet connection working well. But the students are definitely progressing well, and excited to see what they do in the coming new year. Kim, I'm curious, in your view as a former teacher, why is teaching design thinking so important?
You know, design thinking wasn't something I learned until I was out of school, but it starts with empathizing with people and identifying a problem they have. Not all classes in school make this connection to people and communities. Sometimes it's about theories or formulas or concepts, and they feel like they're lacking the connection to the world students are in. But design thinking really makes you focus on who you're solving for. It relates to the real world, and students are responding to that really well.
We talked at length about the difficulties our students are facing this year. It's been a year like no other, but we are so overwhelmed with gratitude at the continued support we receive from our community. From our mentors who take the time to support students on a weekly basis, and to the teachers who spend extra hours going above and beyond to serve our students and engage them with meaningful content. We are so very grateful for all of your hard work and your participation in helping us provide programming for our students.
And let's acknowledge too that our students, our mentors, our staff, even you, Kenny, you're taking care of your family at home. Students are taking care of siblings or working, and our mentors too are juggling so many things at once. So we're so grateful. And we also want to recognize just a few of our corporate partners whose commitment to build powers our work. From Comcast to Silicon Valley Bank to our newest supporter, American Pacific Group, Build Bay Area is incredibly fortunate to have supporters dedicated to making a difference in our communities.
You're absolutely right, Kim. We're grateful for partners like EY, who provided financial support to help make our virtual design challenge happen here in Boston, as well as joining us as volunteers in the virtual classroom.
I'm lucky to be a part of this organization that really focuses on changing the trajectory of students' lives. We always talk about how Build is like a family, and I found that to be very true. But don't just take it from me. We have a community of educators, alumni, mentors, and board members who've all seen the impact of Build. I'm excited to share some of their experiences with you now.
I think the beauty of Build is that you are part of that maturation process alongside the students, and quite honestly, they teach you as much as you teach them. I think building the connections and learning, how some of these kids, live their lives, approach hardships, and grow into, quite honestly, adults is just as big of a part of it.
Olá, pessoal. Meu nome é Carlos e eu sou um dos mentores do Build em Boston. E há 7 meses isso tem sido um grande privilégio para mim, porque eu tenho tido a oportunidade de não só ajudar os estudantes a construírem suas startups, mas principalmente a aprender como servir.
I really think it's great to kind of share my experience in the corporate world and really be a resource for kind of any of the emerging folks that are in school now and need someone to talk to.
But what sold me is I went to a sale bazaar. There I saw the kids, mostly 9th graders, and they He sold me right there. The confidence, the poise they had. For ninth graders to have that confidence to walk up to people, tell you, hey, this is what I've been working on. This is how long it takes to make it. This is how much I'm selling it, and things like that. That was sold.
Freshman year, when our students were going to their first selling event, and you could tell they were all really nervous. It was their first time doing this. They had worked really hard on their product and everything. And we get in there, and you could tell there was a little bit of apprehension when they were talking to customers, but then they started to get into a rhythm and really get some traction. And it was fun to see the excitement in their eyes.
Done such a great job of helping them jumpstart a career search and connecting them to adults who aren't their teachers and aren't related to them.
Putting together the actual prototypes and seeing their projects come to life, I think has been the most rewarding. I think especially seeing the CEO of my group really kind of step into that role a bit more has been rewarding for sure to see.
Don't come in with the mentality that you're going to be the only one teaching. You're going to learn a lot, and having that open mindset and acknowledging that these kids will go through things that are harder than what you went through sometimes. At the same time, it is so rewarding, it is so impactful, it is so inspiring that I would encourage every single person who believes they can make the time commitment to at least give it a shot. And I think you'll find that it's well worth the time, and you'll learn a lot more than you thought you would.
Now that you've heard about how Build changes lives, we invite you to get involved. By becoming a mentor or volunteer, you'll form relationships with our students that create lasting impact for a lifetime. With your guidance and support, our students will achieve their goals and be able to choose the right path that they want to take for themselves.
There are so many ways to get involved. If you're not able to commit to being a mentor for the full academic year, you can still provide students with guidance. Catherine just shared a link in the chat where you can sign up to volunteer and learn more about these different opportunities. These students are hard at work, and they love getting to talk to people who can give them feedback on their ideas and also share with them how ideas come to life. So your guidance is critical.
We also ask that if you're inspired by the work we do here at Build, consider making a donation to support our efforts.
We are grateful that you chose to join us tonight. This is just the beginning for our students. We'll be hosting our exciting Build Fest National in March 2021. We invite you to meet teams from across the country showcasing the ideas they've developed during Build's COVID-19 Virtual Design Challenge. Save the date to cheer your region's team on and celebrate the impressive work of our students.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We wish you all a very happy and safe holiday season.
Thank you, everyone.
Just be yourself. Don't try to act out of character, and just sell your product. And yeah, basically it.
To take feedback and really appreciate the things that people tell you, and not take it as don't take the criticism to heart, because it's really just somebody trying to help you.
The reason why I think you should consider Build is that Build really has the goal of teaching life skills through entrepreneurship, and it doesn't matter what your end goal is. I think that whether you eventually become a doctor or a lawyer, or even if you decide to open up your own business or work in the retail industry, whatever that may be, if you want an organization that you are going to not only learn life skills but get really just kind of cool hands-on experience by building your own business, Build is a great is a great program to invest your time in. I think that you'll really find that you meet some great people, and ultimately I think that no matter what you do, I think you'll find that it was a really valuable use of time.